I slept with my lecturer to pass, then he blackmailed me for years. Alma was the kind of daughter every parent prayed for. Quiet, respectful, intelligent, and determined. She had grown up in a small village where opportunities were rare and dreams often died before they were born. Her parents sowed their farm's best harvest, her siblings went without new shoes, and her mother took on endless work just to ensure Alma could attend university. She was their pride, their hope, the one who would carry the family name into brighter days. When Alma arrived on campus, she promised herself she would never waste the chance she had been given. She studied by candlelight when the power went out, ate dry curry when she couldn't afford food, and walked long distances to class to save on transport. The hunger, the loneliness, the exhaustion, none of it mattered. She reminded herself daily, this is bigger than me. My family is counting on me. But in her final year, one subject became a thorn in her flesh, political theory, taught by Dr. Mensah. Everyone knew him. His lectures were intimidating, his grading merciless. He was the kind of man who could fail a whole class and not blink. But there were darker whispers, 2 stories of girls who visited his office and returned with higher grades, and others who refused and never graduated at all. Alma swore she would never become one of those stories. She studied harder, spending sleepless nights buried in textbooks, determined to pass on merit. When exams ended, she felt drained but hopeful. Until results were released. Her heart sank when she saw the paper. She had failed his course. All her sacrifices, her dreams, her family's prayers, it all came crashing down in that single grade. Without it, she couldn't graduate. Her parents' smiles would turn into questions, her siblings' cheers into disappointment. That evening, she was summoned to Dr. Mensah's office. Her legs trembled as she climbed the stairs. She prayed silently that perhaps he would give her another chance, maybe extra assignments, maybe a retake. But the look in his eyes told her otherwise. "You are a bright girl, Alma," he said, his voice dripping with false kindness. "But you know intelligence alone won't take you far. This is the real world. And in the real world, favors are exchanged. I can change your grade. But what will you give me in return?" Her body turned cold. She stammered, begging him to reconsider, to look at her effort, her attendance, her struggles. But he only leaned back in his chair, smiling with the arrogance of a man who held her future in his hands. That night, after hours of fighting herself, Alma made the choice that would haunt her for years. Against everything she believed in, against every value her parents raised her with, she gave in. She told herself it was just one time. One sacrifice to protect everything else. Weeks later, her transcript reflected a pass. Her family celebrated with joy she could not share. Her mother danced, her father's eyes filled with tears, her siblings cheered that their hero had succeeded. Alma forced a smile, but deep inside, shame ate away at her soul. She thought it was over. She thought she had escaped. But the trap had only just closed. Months after graduation, her phone buzzed. A message from him, "Come to my house tonight, or everyone will know what you did." Her heart raced. She ignored it. Minutes later, another message arrived, photos of her from that night. "Proof. Evidence. Don't test me," he warned. Alma broke down in tears. She had wanted to leave that nightmare behind, but now she was chained to it. She went. And it didn't stop there. Every few weeks, another message came. Sometimes he demanded money, sometimes her body, sometimes both. Each time she said no, he threatened to destroy everything she had built. Years passed like this. Alma wore a mask of success in public, working hard and climbing in her career. To her family, she was the shining star. But privately, she lived as a prisoner of one man's blackmail. She smiled in photos, but behind closed doors she cried herself to sleep. The guilt was unbearable. Every time her parents praised her, every time her siblings introduced her proudly, she felt like a fraud. If they only knew, she whispered to herself, they would never look at me the same. The worst part was the silence. She could not tell anyone. Who would believe her? He was a respected lecturer, a man of influence. She was just another girl with a story that sounded unbelievable. But one day, a small spark of courage lit inside her. While scrolling online, Omar found an anonymous forum where women shared their experiences with harassment in schools. As she read, her heart stopped. There were others. Subscribe for more. See you in the next video.